Hi, traders, entering the holiday season here. So expect the unexpected. I want to start off with Euro, which the buy point was correctly identified down here when I was with you Friday. We were starting to come off a bit. I said, you should be booking something and at least moving your stops up to break even or maybe a profit stop. So this action here isn't that telling. The thing that's telling is that Euro's way outperforming cable today, and I still think there's a good probability. Never know. That's why you have profit stops in now of moving up towards 111, 111.80. I just wanted to take a telescopic view since we're headed into the end of the year and show you a lot of very important. The 50-month moving average comes in right around 1130, 1170. It was the same moving average that turned us back from 112. So something to be paying attention to for a target, because I think that after the dollar bottoms, which I thought could happen maybe down around here, you know, 99 or par 90 in this range, maybe we have to take out this low of 99.57, but we don't have to, that there's going to be another bounce in the dollar that's going to give us buying opportunities around where the market was last week. So consider this a trade. You can always hold a piece. Nothing wrong with a long-term investment if you're trading currencies that way for it to come back to where you entered the market. If you still believe in this scenario, it's an add-on for you. So let's move over to cable. So here's your monthly, same thing, up here around this 129 level, 880 is where I'd be ringing the register there. And then I think we could have a pullback that might even take us under 125, maybe back to 24. And the Aussie has been showing a lot of relative strength. I have resistance at 69 to 70. I'd be booking it there. And here's a look at the yen. Looks to me like that's a pretty good trend change. Two red candles in a row. So we're probably looking to sell rallies in the end if we have one. Uh, we have a little two drive formation here. I'd be more tempted to trade a counter trend if we had three. So leaving it alone. If you have positions now that are working, it's okay to hold your positions or come out of them. But to me, it doesn't make a lot of sense to be committing new money to new positions over the next couple of weeks because the hedge funds and all the big money, they're gone. And if they want to sell something next year, they have the power to generate a rally to be able to do that. And if they want to accumulate something, they also have the influence on the market to take it down to where they want to begin accumulating again. So I'm not sure if you guys could find moves that initiated in the last couple of weeks of the year that meant something a month later. Let me know. Leave a comment behind. So that takes us to the metals here. You would think if the dollar isn't done going down, that maybe the gold has something to the upside. I know a lot of guys are saying that this day right here initiated the beginning of wave 3 of 3. I'm not so sure about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through a list of miners that miners are really not supposed to bottom until next year. And next year is only a few weeks away. So regardless of how they get there, either with a swoosh in stocks or continued weakness in the gold, I am very long-term bullish. You should have some positions on and some minor positions on. So let me go to my list of miners. So let's start off with GFI. It's really had a strong move to the upside. Uh, very gapping. It's not a gold share I really like to trade. Newmont's much more liquid. I'm thinking that there could be a one more nice little pullback in Newmont, but not to new lows, maybe back to 36. B2 Gold still really needs closes over 340. Over 340, you have to be long, but if we get one more wash in gold, maybe B2G back under $3 could challenge the lows. This is an interesting one. It had a pretty good fall from grace from much higher levels, Orla. And see that? I mean, it was 480. It's beginning to diverge. Maybe this one has to do a little bit more work. Here's Kinross. It broke out to new highs, but diverging, so I'd be patient and wait for a pullback there. SILJ, maybe a little double top here, and we still have another chance to buy this. Maybe we could even take this low out and shake out the people who got long before the Fed meeting and then turn good. Similar situation in AG, maybe even a little weaker because it had a gap and filled it. Here's one in Mexico called for Zneo. Has a nice pattern. It's not hugely liquid, but it's the biggest silver mine, pure silver in Mexico. Here's Endeavor, and this was a performer. I mean, it came from last summer trading at 380 to $2. Really has been underperforming even with silver rallies. Here we are at the low. Now, if we're going to have a bull market in silver, which I still believe in, that we could go to 38 and then maybe 62, you want to keep an eye on this one and start looking for shorter term divergences. Maybe this is your dark horse. But the best chart, I've been talking about this for a while, is still Fortuna. And Fortuna has put in a great week last week. Let's see if we could have sometimes what you have after a wave is complete is an A, a B, and people could go, well, how's that a B? Because it took out the high. It's called an irregular. And then we get 1.618 of this, and 320 is an area. I'd be looking to buy this. So if you have some patience to wait for adding to your miners, I think it's going to be sometime in January. Crude's getting a nice pop. There's a lot of shipping problems now because of what's happening coming out of Yemen. And I could see crude getting back to 78 or 80. I'm still not in the $100 camp, but nice bear market rally is underway there. And let me just touch on yields because I think this may end up being the surprise story for 2024, especially if we head lower towards 370, 360. That when I look at the weekly, and you guys know my work, I see two drives. Okay, they're pretty spread out, but I still see two. I see a confirmed high. Even if it's not confirmed, it was well over 70. I think the surprise next year could be that this was not the terminal rate and that rates head up starting maybe during the first quarter to trade back above 5%, maybe closer to 6. So I think this is a surprise for 2024. And that's all I have for today. I'll be here with Mike tomorrow for the Mike and Dale show at 11 a.m. EST. Mike will be with you in about an hour and a half. Tread lightly in these markets and don't just count your pips, count your blessings. Remember, it's not a profit till you take it. See you in the room.